Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is March 25th. I'm Bart Hildreth, Senior Pastor at First St. Charles United Methodist Church. It's awfully good to be with you today. I do hope that you're safe and well at home, or that if you have to be at work, that you're staying safe in all the ways that we're encouraged to do so. I hope that you've experienced a blessing by watching these videos and our worship services. As we've all been working our way through this new normal, I wonder if today we can reflect on some very old and very tired arguments that I'm hearing around the fringes. They're responses in the guise of faith that I find to be less than helpful, far from biblical, and in truth between us friends, rather toxic. I've heard people speak when there's tragedy or death that heaven just needed another angel. Let me be very clear. Heaven doesn't need another angel. God's got armies of them already. I've heard people speak of illness as God's will. Illness is not God's will. 2 Peter 3:9 tells us God is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish. Our good and loving God doesn't will the COVID-19 virus. And last but not least, there are con men and women, politicians and preachers in the name of faith who would tell you to believe in faith and not science. I'm here to tell you that faith is not opposed to science. Jesus told us to love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul and mind. Those who are using their best minds are those who we should regularly listen to, our medical doctors and scientists. If you worship with us regularly, you may have heard me quote the words of Reverend Barbara Brown Taylor. If you're ever asked to choose between faith and truth, choose truth. I don't believe faith ever asks us to choose anything but truth. Heaven doesn't need another angel. Illness is not God's will. Faith is not opposed to science. These are some less than healthy responses, and between us friends, it makes me mad. Can I offer instead some better responses in faith? How about this? How about just let's admit, I don't know. I don't know is a faithful response. We don't have to understand everything. We don't have to have control. We don't have to manage what is, in some ways, a mystery. Humility, honesty. These are faith values. So are sacrifice and service. How can I use this time to serve God by serving others? That's a faithful response. We're seeing sacrifice and service time and again in our healthcare workers the world over. We're seeing it in people out there who are risking themselves so that we can stay safe in our homes. I'm seeing it in church members who are getting medicine and food for our elderly. I'm seeing it in people who are risking their economic self-interest or well-being so that others can stay apart for this season. I give God thanks for all these people and hope that you can join me in that word and that prayer of thanks. We serve God when we sacrifice our own comfort or welfare in order to serve others. What's more, we can be connecting to God by connecting to others. This is a faithful response. To that end, if you haven't done so already, I hope you'll go on to our church website at firststcharlesumc.org and sign up for our 111 commitment call to commit to watching one service online each week, to commit to connecting to one person each day, either by phone or by video call, and last but not least, to invite one new person to join you by watching our service online each week. The Old Testament prophet Micah has these words that make sense of all our faith responses. He, the Lord, has told you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? But to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with your God. Stay faithful. Stay connected, my friends.